Welcome to, now it's the NFL season officially. It's not the start, it's not the countdown, it's not the this or that. The questions are getting answered, people. And last night, what the hell was last night? What I was like, am I that jet lagged over here in Sao Paulo, Brazil? Am I like, what am I watching? And the delay and all of that. Eagles, Cowboys, we have so much to get into, and we have the best guests in the world to do it tonight. We've got action in Brazil, AFC West on YouTube, YouTube's first streaming of an NFL game, and it's not just for the US, it is global, baby. Carol G will be performing at halftime. So excited about all of that. We have some Super Bowl champions on the show, the real stars. Tyrann Mathieu is here. He's actually part of the broadcast with me tonight. He'll break everything down. He's faced Justin Herbert. He's obviously won a Super Bowl with Spags and Co. So he'll set the stage. And LeSean McCoy, like I said, what the hell happened last night? Welcome to the show. Hello, everybody. 1 second. I just want to make sure we can hear me. Carol G doing sound checks here. Yes, we had Eagles, Cowboys. Yes, we will have Chiefs and Chargers, but most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, New Rochelle with their season opener tonight, Friday Night Lights. There he goes. You know, I can't even say what the mascot is because I mispronounce it, but tell me about tonight. Give me like a 2-sentence showdown. You're smiling. You seem to be happy with Ethan.
The Huguenots, yeah. Ethan has done a nice job this camp. We got a week 0 opener against Ramapo, so out of league game. Really excited to get things kicked off. I think we're going to have a good year.
Who is this you're playing?
Ramapo. In Rockland County.
They're going to lose. Sorry. Losers. Matt Hamilton on the sidelines, excited about that. I don't know who's going to be a loser. I think in a lot of ways we all lost last night, but we all gained also because we had NFL action. Let's get to it. I didn't see Tua, Hawk Tua, all the things were back last night. As week 1 gets started, there was spitting. There was, by the way, have I seen the spitting? No, I refuse to watch it. I didn't get it. People are sending me, I don't want to see it. Don't show it. I don't want to see it. There was a classic though, right? We're all going to remember this game. And I want to say beautiful moment for Jalen Hurts. What a game for him. We'll see what LeSean McCoy has to say about that. But also Matt Eberflus and this Cowboys defense, like let us not forget that Mr. Eberflus is an extremely competent, almost prolific. He's a great defensive coordinator. Let's go. They limited Saquon as much as one possibly can. 3.3 yards a pop. That's his third fewest he's had in all 22 games as an Eagle. They take A.J. Brown away. They hold him without a target until that final drive. And somehow Jalen is just consistently trying to find a way to make things happen. He completes over 80% of his passes, leads the Eagles in rushing, which we told you to put some on that prop on FanDuel Sportsbook yesterday. Thought it would be a tush-push situation. Not true, but that's okay. 62 yards on the ground, 2 touchdowns off scrambles last night. And then there's this like cute little scamper on 3rd down at the end of the game to seal the win. And this really was an extension of what we saw, guys, in the Super Bowl, right? Spags went with the take Saquon away, make Jalen throw the ball approach. And we all know how that went. Now, don't we? LeSean McCoy, Super Bowl champion on the show, former Eagle, former Chief on the program, who'll preview what's going on with the Chargers and the Chiefs as well. But back to Jalen. I don't know that he could have played any better under the circumstances. And that's what makes them such a maddening, like nightmare, like fuel, stay up all night thinking about it, team to play. If you take everything away from Jalen, he can still beat you. Don't you understand? He can still beat you. And they've now won, by the way, 15 straight when Jalen has started, okay, and finished. Started and finished, 15 straight. And this is why I said this yesterday. We're disrespecting both Super Bowl teams from last year, the ones that lost miserably and the ones that won, because they should be favorited and favorites yet again. And by the way, Hamilton, this is breaking news. I didn't know this. They are back to being favorites?
Yeah, they are up there tied with the Ravens now at plus 700 for the shortest odds to win Super Bowl 60 after last night.
These, finally, the overlords over at FanDuel Sportsbook, you know, they don't listen, they listen sometimes once, and we got this one. We said this is ridiculous, so I love that they're tied at plus 700 with Baltimore. We'll work on the Chiefs side of things with FanDuel Sportsbook. I do want to say I walked away feeling better about the Cowboys. Did you, fans, Cowboys fans across the world, what did you think? Shoddy, A+ performance, I think. Dak, aggressive. I'm not getting into Spitgate. That's for LeSean McCoy. I don't know, big throws against Fangio. I love that. His receivers helped him a little bit more. I know there were some drops and all of that, but yeah, like I said, Eberflus did a great job. I love all of that. And there's no moral victories with Dallas, and you know, they got to find a way to get it done. Pickens cannot, oh my God, he literally cannot commit that penalty that ends up leading to the Miles Sanders fumble. They can't all have drops. They have to be able to finish in these big moments. But I did feel like, oh, so I want to say this. Is this a playoff team? Yeah, this is a playoff team if they can clean that stuff up. I think so. FanDuel Sportsbook isn't thinking so right now, at least right now. Plus 290 to make the playoffs as of this morning, down from plus 265 before the game. I mean, if you ask me, that means a lot of value for this squad going forward. Okay, let's get to tonight. Okay, I'm here in Sao Paulo at Corinthians Arena, otherwise known as Neoquímica Arena, in the heart of Brazil. Let's get to this. Chiefs-Chargers, divisional matchup right out the gates, smoking hot. It's exclusively on YouTube. It is for free. You are streaming for free. Tonight, pregame starts at 7 o'clock Eastern. Myself, Cam Newton, here in Brazil. Tyrann Mathieu, joining the show, Super Bowl champ, will be in Los Angeles with the great Brandon Marshall. And Derek Carr, newly retired. A couple of newly retired guys in LA, and then Cam and I holding it down in Brazil ahead of this one. I did want to sort of flesh out things that I'm really looking at in this matchup. And if we start with the Chiefs, I have badgered to death the idea of the explosive play returning to this offense with Worthy, with Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid. They have all told me to my face that it's coming, that it's here. They're going to be downfield, that Andy Reid is going to let Mahomes let it fly. And for that to all be able to happen, there's a lot of pressure on a rookie left tackle named Josh Simmons. And he is going to have to go up against the boogeyman, going up against Khalil Mack, who also has taken some sort of a regen regimen that has him looking all of, 2014. Okay. He's got to buy Patrick time there. This Josh Simmons battling against Mack, that is going to let these big throws happen downfield. No Rashee Rice, no Jalen Royals. So we'll see. It's going to be like a Worthy Thornton, Tyquan Thornton speed sort of downfield, but Hollywood, go deep. That Simmons has to do his thing. I know Patrick's a believer. Here's what he told me about the rookie earlier this summer.
I mean, he's just a dog at the end of the day. I mean, he's obviously working through like being an NFL pro. The sky's the limit. I mean, he has a chance to be one of the best there is at that left tackle position. But he's got to go out there and prove that in the regular season.
And Patrick saying he's got the opportunity to be one of the greats is almost all I needed to hear, and he did crush it. But then again, this is one of the most feared pass rushers of all time, who is stiff-arming Father Time in Khalil Mack. So this is going to be quite a welcome to the NFL. Not only are you far away from home in Brazil, the world watching your premiere, your debut, but you have to face him and get it done against a division rival that has loaded up on offense ahead of this one. So how he handles that's going to be the key. I love that. On the Chargers side, my eyes are on what has been one of my favorite matchups in all of NFL history, and it's Derwin James against Travis Kelce. This is what it's all about for me. They faced each other 9 times. This is their 10th round between the two, and I don't want to hear this bull, you-know-what, about them not blanketing or having Derwin James just on Travis's hip all night. Like, I want them together. That's the matchup. I don't like hearing anything else. Now, Derwin missed one of the games. He was out there last year. Travis then ran wild. He had 89 yards and a win for Kansas City. Derwin back on the field for their Week 14 matchup, as I recall. I was watching highlights of that last night, getting ready for tonight. And Derwin cut that number in half, okay? Travis didn't have a single target when Derwin was matched up on him in coverage. He did all of his damage against everyone else. So I hope Jesse Minter utilizes Derwin to try to slow Travis down. And that's really important when you consider that those two wide receivers are out for this one. This is going to be a middle of the field, intermediate game heaven for Travis Kelce if he can get it done. And Jesse Minter, don't get cute. Give us all the Derwin on Travis that I can handle. By the way, FanDuel has offers out the wazoo for you guys for this game tonight. Another $2 million touchdown jackpot. You can pick an anytime touchdown score. If he scores on the first or the last touchdown, both, either the first or the last, you get a share of $2 million. There's also a 50% profit boost token. There's a no sweat bet you can wager on as long as the odds are at minus 200 or longer. So go to FanDuel Sportsbook and have some responsible fun with this one tonight. Chiefs Chargers. I literally have the perfect guest on the show today. Tyrann Mathieu is here. LeSean McCoy is up next. He won a Super Bowl with the Chiefs. He's got the Andy Reid thing. Why are people spitting on each other? Let's do it. Little Eagles jacket. Fly, Eagles, fly. Right back to the Super Bowl. We'll push that. All right. Can you guys hear all that sound checking in the background? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's nothing
Is
to do
Shady on
about
a mountaintop this morning?
I can't see. Hold on. Take this out and try to use my headphones. Even if it isn't good for you guys, it's going to be better for me, I think. Ew.
Okay.
Let me see if I can let me tell you, this Carol G is going to put on a show.
Oh yeah, she always does.
Yeah. I'm in. Zoom background noise removal.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
Do
should do
you
it.
hear me? Well, it's Zoom background noise removal, original sound for musicians, or live performance audio. Okay, so original sound for musicians, echo cancellation. Hello? Hello? Okay, now I'm clicking on stereo audio. Doesn't do anything?
I mean, you sound better than when you started this break. So whatever you clicked.
Oh, everyone's just telling. I keep hearing it's okay. Oh, I'm going to put Zoom background noise removal. Auto, low, medium, or high. Should I go high?
Why not?
Can you still hear me now? Can you hear me now? You guys can't hear me? Do you hear that in the background?
Might have been a little too high.
But do you guys hear the background? It's like talking?
Yeah, the
So I'm gonna
background's
leave it
way
on
less
this
now.
Okay, because they're screaming.
Yeah, it's definitely better. Can hear it a little bit, but definitely better.
It is loud. I love that we have Shady on.
I know. We missed him last year.
I miss him in general.
Yeah.
This would have been fun. Yeah, he would have been great out here.
Yeah.
Hey, Marshawn Lynch
But I
is running around.
Yeah, he's a credentialed photographer now.
I don't know what to do. But I love that
Just
for
don't
him.
get too close to him on the sideline. He, I don't know if you saw that in the preseason. One of the players got a little close. Yeah.
And what
It's
happened?
like he was back out there giving out stiff arms again.
I love
So
that,
yeah,
man.
just make sure when you're down there, just keep your distance a little bit.
Isn't there like another great in baseball? Who else is doing that?
Oh,
Taking
Randy
photography?
Johnson.
Like it's easy.
53rd pick, LeSean McCoy.
I'm running plays.
LeSean McCoy into the secondary. He's going to score.
Yeah, I really gotta get it every way.
LeSean McCoy is going to bring you right in here. 6-time Pro Bowler, 2-time Super Bowl champion, Hall of Fame, all 210s team running back. It was a long night for all NFL fans. How are you? Let's just start with how are you? And congratulations on the new show, Speakeasy.
It's always good seeing you, Kay. Thank you a lot. Speakeasy was super, super fun. We had DeMarcus Ware on last night, and we had Lane Johnson. I must say, though, I need to get them highlights. Those are pretty good. I like that myself.
Okay, we're going to send it to you. You can use it on Speakeasy. It was you and Emmanuel Acho. Congratulations. The inaugural episode last night. You're doing it a few times a week. Post game, which is what I want. I want to get like your vibes on what this. Now, okay. Speaking of vibes, I'm watching your show, your inaugural show last night. You wouldn't seem like over the top about Jalen's performance. Is that fair?
I mean, I'm happy we won the game, right? Like, I was telling people like on the chat, they're like, Shady, what's up with you? And I'm like, I'm happy we won the game. I think Jalen Hurts, he plays solid for sure, but there's a world where for us to be dominant, right? Because now that we're Super Bowl champs or defending champs, everybody's gonna give us their best punch. We got to get A.J. Brown involved. Devontae Smith, we got to get them involved. And I'm not even saying, like, he has to go for 200 yards, but he got to get more than one attempt to the fourth quarter because everything works together, right? The offensive line, and Saquon Barkley's. Now, if we're taking shots, if we've been taking shots deep, we can get a PI call or, better field position or giving the defense something to think about. In the second half, we really couldn't move the ball. And I'm thinking if we take more shots and we give A.J. and Spinney some chances, maybe opens up the offense for Saquon or more for Jalen Hurts. You get what I'm saying? So, obviously, I'm happy we won the game, and he found ways to win the game, but I don't know how we can still be that good team when our defense, we can see our defense is not the same. They're young. A lot of players are out, right? New defense this year. So, we're going to need to put points up. I just think that for us to really be that type of team in offense, we got to get A.J. Brown, an all-pro wide receiver, and Smitty, a really good wide receiver, involved a little bit. Or at least targets.
I mean, one ball, one look, one catch for A.J. Brown. I mean, Jalen did have that deep shot to Jahan, which was nice.
Great ball. Great ball.
Great ball. Do you think that the stat line I'm looking at it for AJ was 1 catch, 8 yards? Was that more though because of the Cowboys defense, or is this a Jalen Hurts Petula need to get him a better job? How much of that has to do with how the Cowboys defense was playing yesterday?
Yeah, see, now I'm not sure because I got to watch the tape. I watched it this morning. I watched it again as far as like the coverages and how we're covering them, et cetera, the play calls. But I'm just saying, like, target him though, right? Like if I'm Jalen Hurts, he runs our offense. He runs our team. Target him. Go to that corner. Hey, look, man, we got to get him involved or at least show the defense that we will take a shot or we will throw to. Because when we do take shots, we can complete it. People forget how good Jalen Hurts deep ball is. You know what I'm saying? People forget how they used to have that super connection, him and A.J. Brown. And I think the way we run the ball, the way the offense line is, because we didn't have a lot of pressure last night. I mean, Michael Parsons wasn't there. You can see that there was no real pressure. I just think that for us to be a dominant offense like we can be, and now knowing the defense won't be as good as it was last year or years previously, we got to get a chance to target A.J. and Devontae. Because now, if I'm a D coordinator, do you know how stressful it is? I got Jalen Hurts that's throwing and running. I got Saquon Barkley, the best offensive player in football, the best line, and now we're utilizing our wide receivers. That's a headache for a defense.
Did you miss? Was Micah missed last night?
Was he missed last night? Listen, I had a chance on the speakeasy to ask DeMarcus Ware, listen, other than Kenny Clark, can you name any other defensive players on the defensive line? He couldn't do it. I guess I'll give you $1,000 if you can name me one other defensive player. He couldn't do it. Better yet, Lane Johnson, a good friend of mine, right? Ex-teammate. I said, Lane, can you name some of the defensive linemen other than Kenny Clark?
Stop.
And he couldn't do it. So when you ask me, did they miss Parsons? I mean, hello. He's generational talent. I'm happy he's going, though. I love Parsons. He's from Harrisburg. But the Eagles have to see him twice a year.
You guys are from the same place. I know.
Yeah. I cheer. It's weird because I cheer for number 11 who's out there, but obviously I want the Eagles to win. So
it always gets complicated. If we can hit the spit gate a little bit here, Jalen Carter gets ejected. I know that you guys did your thing on Speakeasy, but how do you interpret that moment for me? Dak provoked Jalen. Was it unintentional? Break it down.
Yeah, that's tough, man. It's hard to even talk about. I've never been spit on. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's a sign of, like, I don't know, it's respect thing. I mean, it's hard to talk about because you spitting on me. Now, I mean, we play a game of football, which is our job. And when you spit on me, all hell's going to break loose. You get what I'm saying? So he got to be smarter. Jalen Carter is one of our best players, or definitely our best player on defense. We can't lose him. I don't care what Dak does. We can't spit on him. If you're going to spit on him, well, I'm not saying you should. If you're going to spit on the brother, you can't do it in front of the ref. That's like being a bad kid one-on-one. You can do it when they're not looking, not when the teacher's looking.
Is it Dak's fault? Does Dak have something to a part of it? The angles?
See, even when Dak spit, I mean, he kind of spit down. If they were kind of distance apart, I don't think Dak was trying to spit on him. I do think that maybe Jalen was trying to bully him. Dak he comes off like somebody you might want to bully. I don't know.
Yeah.
What you think about that? That was weird, right?
Why I'm asking you to sort of interpret it is because I know it's the ultimate amount of disrespect, but I don't know if it happens and we just don't see it.
Oh, no.
How disrespect, like what could be more disrespectful than that, right? Like,
I mean,
it's like the equivalent of the verbal, what's your name? I don't even know you. Like that's like the actionable answer to that disrespect, right? Like it's like that same level of like, it's just like a no, obviously, in the human world and then on the field between the hashes. So it was weird.
I think, and this is my opinion, right? People think I'm crazy, especially Cowboy fans, but I don't think a lot of people respect that. Like, because all the years I've played, I've never seen nobody get spit on. Either I hate you or I don't respect you. So when you spit on somebody, it's like, I don't have no respect for you. And I know you ain't gonna do nothing back to me for me to spit on you. I mean, I've been in games where, like, I would say Des Bryant, I won't call him a hothead, but he gets pissed off fast, right? And I'll see him fight with Malcolm Jenkins, and they would go back and forth, but he ain't spit on him. I've been there with Richie Cognito. I played with him with Buffalo. He can get a little angry. He can get a little dirty. He ain't spitting on you. So when you spit on somebody, it's like, I have no respect for you, and I know whatever I do to you, you ain't gonna do nothing back. That's what I can tell you.
See, so that's why I like your opinion, because I'm watching and I'm like, oh, Dak kind of went after him after. Like Dak, he did, the Walter Payton Man of the Year got in his face a little bit, no?
He was smiling. You got his. Wait. When I watched it, he spit on the ground and then he like nodded at him and then smiling and then he spit on him. He looked at the ref like, "Teacher, are you gonna do something about this?" That's what I've seen. Look. He spits on the ground. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then Carter walks all the way over to him. Then he gets in his face and spit on him. Yeah, I ain't smiling. I'm gonna get real close to him. Boom. And he looks at the ref. Ref, did you see this? Oh my God, he spit on me. Call the cops.
Why don't LeSean, I don't mean to laugh, call the cops. Why do you think that people don't respect Dak? What is that?
I don't know. I mean, from the people I talk to in the building, right? And I won't never give no names or nothing like that. Mm-hmm. But it's just like you do well, right? You're always protected. You're the highest paid quarterback in football, highest paid player in football. Mama, go lay down. I think she likes the Cowboys. Every time I talk about the Cowboys, she like gets next to me. Anyway, and he's protected. Like the highest paid player on the team, highest paid player in the league, and I don't really see it. We get all the way to the playoffs. You play way different. I don't know. Like it's hard to really. It's certain players I played with where like they get ultimate respect. You trust them. Whatever they're gonna give you all they got. I just don't feel like he doesn't have that it factor. He don't have that dog in him. And if you're a leader on the team, especially the Cowboys, I gotta see it. We just had the documentary watched with the Cowboys, and people may say that Troy Aikman wasn't that great of a quarterback and this and that, right? And to some extent, I get what they're saying. But what I will say about Troy is Troy had dog in him. Troy fell back from concussions. Troy got in people's faces. Like he earned that respect. I look at Dak and I see a guy that is a good quarterback, but I don't know if I could respect him if I was on his team. He don't bring it out of me, But some guys are like that.
LeSean, I'm so glad you have Speakeasy. I've missed you on TV. I've missed you talking about football. I've missed seeing you around football. I'm in Sao Paulo. I'm in a suite right now looking at the stadium here. I'm just I wish you were here. You and I need to talk. It needs to happen. We need to talk. Okay. So I'm here, and it's Chargers, Chiefs, AFC West. I need you to talk to me about these Chiefs. They're being, in my opinion, overlooked. Doubt. Nobody's, everyone's picking the Bills and the Ravens. People aren't picking this team to win the division anymore. How do you feel about that or process that?
Well, I was blessed to play for the Chiefs and got a championship, my first one. And I know Patrick Mahomes. Last night on the Speak Easy with Acho, I said, they are getting so disrespected, and I don't understand. At their worst, at Patrick Mahomes' worst, all he does goes to the AFC Championship game. The players that they love to promote, he beats them all the time when it matters most. So knowing how Andy Reid takes disrespect, now people see Andy Reid, he's smiling, he makes little jokes. He got the little commercials, right? Bite of this snack, bite of that snack. He is so pissed off because when you do so much in this league and they disrespect you like that, like I'm having a conversation with people and they're like, oh, well, they might not win the division, or they might can't beat the Bills, or they might can't beat the Ravens. And I'm thinking that's all they've been doing. So I'll tell you this much. I think we'll see that old Patrick Mahomes of letting that ball go, going deep, right? I think we'll see Kelsey playing a lot better than he did last year. And I think as a group, as a team, they answer that call because that's all they do is win games.
Why do you think we'll see a revitalized Kelsey?
I heard they dropped a lot of weight, right? He's really in shape right now. And when you're a great player, you always want to, I don't want to say we're sensitive, but we hear the whispers, right? Like Patrick Mahomes, they see him out there, and he always says the right things in the media, but he is a dog. And Kelsey's a dog. And when you hear these rumors about, oh, they're not the same, and they can't do this, and they can't do that, and the last time we seen them play, they got their ass kicked by the Eagles. Some things you just don't forget. And I think we will see them guys out there in Brazil. They ain't going to be partying. They're going to be partying in the end zone a lot against the Chargers.
It's interesting because the gap in the AFC West has changed a little bit. Like Jim, second year, laid the foundation. Now it's getting, they have so many the running backs, and I know Slater's banged up, but they've got these drafted wide receivers. Like they did overhaul and load up this offense. So the gap is smaller maybe, but the Chiefs got better. Like I know they don't have Rashi, they don't have Jalen Royals tonight, but I do think like he's going to, I don't know, if they want to send a message. What kind of message do you think the Chiefs send here tonight in Brazil?
I know Andy Reid best, man. And he's always trying to send a message, right? And he ain't going to do it with his words. He going to do it with his play. I think having this time to, game plan for the Chargers, he's the best at that. That's why on the bye week, he's always successful. He's going to have a lot of things they haven't seen yet. And we haven't seen that explosive Chiefs offense in a long time. I want to say for, 3-4 years? I think they bring that back because that's who Andy Reid really is. That's who Patrick Mahomes really is. They take shots, and they make you defend the whole field. And I think the message today is that it's hard to forget how great they are, but I think people have. And I think you get bored with success, right? Oh, they're used to seeing them there, and they don't want to see them in the championships no more. I think Andy Reid will have a message today that, listen, we still are the Chiefs, and I don't care what happened last year, the championship, I don't care who wins it, it got to go through Kansas City.
I can't wait to see Andy on Speak Easy with you and Emmanuel Acho. Have you talked to him? How do you know that he's so mad?
I don't want to say mad, but I've known him for years. And then even like when I talk to him, we text, he says little shots. He don't particularly like call nobody out, but he'll say, make sure you watch the game, or we got some good stuff for you, kid. Like that's how his lingo is. So I know what he's saying,
awesome.
But he gonna be able to speak easy though. Only thing is it's a little late for him. And the big guy goes to sleep after he gets done with work.
Maybe we'll have a nice morning edition. LeSean, are the Chiefs your Super Bowl pick?
It's hard not to put them in there though, right? Like every year we get so, and I'm a big Josh fan, big fan of Josh Allen. I was the first one to say how good he was going to be. So I think they might have a shot. I think the Ravens always has a shot. They just never really kind of do it. But I got the Chiefs in there. I got the Chiefs and the Eagles back to back again.
Wow. I'd love to see that. We got Tyrann Mathieu coming on the show, Speak Easy with Emmanuel Acho, and the superstar LeSean McCoy, who was, I mean, you're doing so much media and I'm so happy to see it. And thanks for giving us your time. I do want to talk a little bit about the rest of the slate with week one. When you mentioned Josh Allen, you called it, you were all over it. We get such a fun game this weekend. It's Josh Allen Lamar. It's an insane game. If you look at their combined passing and rushing props on Sunday night, which quarterback do you like to go over this? You got 285.5 for Lamar. 270.5 for Josh. Yeah, okay. Take a look.
233 for Lamar passing. 230. Okay. Josh. I'm gonna go with Lamar. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Lamar. I just think that no matter how they play, it's gotta go through him. Because they're going to throw the ball a lot, right, I feel like, and they're going to run the ball with Derrick Henry. And then you got that read option with him and Derrick. That's hard to game plan for. You know, you've seen the year he had last year. And then, but Josh, now, don't get mad at me. I think Josh is a better quarterback than Lamar. Truly believe that. But I think for this game, for these odds, I'm going to go with Lamar Jackson. I mean, they both are great players. I love Lamar Jackson. But I seen the way they run their offense. Like, I can see the Bills where Cook can go off, and they'll keep feeding Cook. They'll keep doing that. Where I think with the Ravens, for them to be successful, it's got to go through Lamar.
When you say that Josh is better, you mean like in a vacuum, given the same guys on the field? What's the argument for him being better than Lamar? I mean, you've seen him up close and personal, obviously.
Yeah, I always thought he was a better quarterback, right? That's just my opinion. I played with him, maybe because I played with him, but Josh has no flaws, man. He always gets better. He got a dog attitude. I think he runs the ball extremely well. I think he's super physical and very, very competitive. I think he's more accurate. I think he has a better arm. And I think he's done more with less, right? Like, we've never even argued about Josh Allen not having enough weapons. But I've been arguing for Lamar for a while. Like, hey, man, Lamar doesn't have enough weapons. I mean, prior to these last 2 years, you know, and he needs more help. But I've seen Josh carry the load with less. I remember when he lost Stephon Diggs. And I said, look, man, there's no way that they can go back to the playoffs. There's no way they can win the division. The defense was a little older. They got rid of some of their stars, Michael Hyde, Jordan Poyer, a lot of them guys. Matt Milano was coming off injuries. I was like, there's no way they're going back to the playoffs like this. They're going to need a year to regroup. And sure enough, Josh Allen wins MVP. Like, with no real number one wide receiver. As a matter of fact, I think his best receiver that year was what's the guy who's special teams player? I think his name. I forget his name. Special team guy. You know. So I just Matt Collins. Matt Collins. Remember the guy that don't wear sneakers or socks? That guy.
Well, they've got. I mean, they've had a revolving door of receivers and options. It's true. They have they don't have the Joe Burrow saying T and Chase for 4 years in a row. It just doesn't happen for Josh, and he's doing his thing. Who wins this game? -1.5. Baltimore.
I'm gonna go. I think Lamar wins this game, though. I do think Lamar wins it, just because the last time they played, right, the Bills won. I think they always back and forth. I think the last time in Buffalo, the Ravens lost twice, right? It was in playoffs, and then years in the playoff game before that they lost. So I'm gonna go with the Ravens this time. It's hard to just keep beating the team unless you're the Chiefs. I think the Ravens pull it off.
I'm going to ask you one more question here. This is a spread that I'm looking at it right now. That's kind of interesting. The Jets are 2.5-point underdogs against Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers. You said in February, quote, Aaron Rodgers, it's time to tie the cleats up and throw them high up there on the little wire. It's time to give it up. Your thoughts on that line, on Aaron? Where are you with Aaron?
You know, most black kids that go back to their community, right, and they tie their cleats up and their shoes and they throw it on the wire. You ever see that?
Yes.
Oh, that's why I said that. But
I understand the metaphor, but you see, I mean, that's a pretty strong quote saying he should retire. Here he's back with Tomlin and they're a contender, right? Or no?
Yeah, I gotta see it. He's 40 years old. You know, I think what made Aaron Rodgers special is he can throw the ball really, really well, right? Some of the best throws I've seen from Aaron Rodgers. But he is older, and everybody has that time where, hey, man, like, you feel good before the season starts, but then at week 4, week 5, week 10, he's going to start feeling them hits. If they can help him out, protecting him, I think he'll be better. But I seen the offensive line for the Steelers last year, and it wasn't good, right? And he is 40. But then again, you playing the Jets, and they got a new coach, and I think Aaron Glenn may be a good coach, right? I love how disciplined he is. But your quarterback, he ain't 40, but he's okay. He's just I think the Steelers will win this game because the Jets quarterback. Simple as that.
Because of Justin Fields. Okay, LeSean, do you want to say hi to Tyrann Mathieu?
Yes, I do. Good player he is.
You two. I mean, this is like a dream for me having both of you on the show. I mean, this is like Super Bowl 54. I love this. When's the last time you two talked?
Since the Super Bowl. Happy to see you, brother. Congrats on everything too, man.
Yeah, nah, man. Definitely been watching you, man. You really doing a good job, bro. And I've been wanting to reach out and tell you that, but you know, it's always love, brother.
I will say this though. A lot of people think that Odell Beckham was like the first guy to start these real trends. The Honey Badger was the first one to really start the real trends, though. So give me your flowers, bro. You're a great player. I remember playing against you. I'm like, damn, this little dude is everywhere. Since college to the pros, bro, you're going to do great. And you're off, you know, after football and everything. So congratulations, man, and hell of a career.
Nah, I appreciate that, man. It means a lot to me, man.
I'll see you both with gold jackets. Before I let you go, LeSean, 2026. It's
I'm
coming.
saying, though, like,
your resume is damn good. I think we have it. Do we have it? I pulled the numbers. We have them this morning, LeSean. We'll do Tyrann's in a couple of years. What's your relationship with thinking about Cant and LeSean? And you can chime in on his greatness too, Tyrann. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, I think we're missing some things here. All decade, we're missing that one. We're missing the new century back. We're missing a lot of things on her, but I do like the resume. I think I should get on there. I was comparing my numbers to Ezra and James. It's almost identical, except that I ain't have Peyton Manning and Reggie Wayne all on the same team. But it's close. It's close.
Yeah. Nah, you definitely worthy, you know, the Hall of Fame, man. First ballot. You know, like you one of them dudes that I remember. You know what I mean? And there's so many dudes in the league, right? Like everybody's a guy. You know what I mean? But like you're one of those dudes that people will remember. You know what I mean? And so yeah, bro. Like from the juke move, I still think about that play you and Kelsey had in Detroit, bro. I'm like, only y'all two could have did that. You know what I mean? Like if that was anybody else, it wouldn't have worked like that. But yeah, man, definitely, bro. Had a great career, man. Yeah.
I appreciate that.
I'll also say, go ahead. So please.
No, I was gonna say a quick story though, because when you play with players that you respect, right, as his players, like that's how you was, right? But I remember when I played with you, and I was like, damn, yo, I didn't know how much of a leader you was. And I remember the next year, you know what I'm saying, or I forget whatever year you left the Chiefs, I was like, yo, I don't know how they'll be, because in the locker room, like you hear the names like the Kelce's and the Mahomes, but you was really running it, like as far as the leadership standpoint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I want to give you that respect too, because certain players don't always have that. You know, guys be good, but they don't have that leadership. You always had that though. That was impressive to be around.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. It means a lot to me.
No.
Yeah.
Are we both picking the Chiefs tonight against the Chargers?
Yeah, I mean, I am. You know, I think, you know, too, it's like, you know, I can't bet against Mahomes. And like I think Herbert is in a position this year, man. Like he got to show us. He got to get to the playoffs. You know what I mean? He got to be able to compete in that division. You know, with the Raiders are going to be better. The Broncos are coming. You know what I mean? So, you know, they could possibly be like the worst team in that division. And so, you know, I just want to see Herbert really take that next step, because he has all the physical makeup. Like he has the tools. And so, but he just can't get past 15, man. It's something about 15, you know?
I agree with you. I agree with you on that. One thing with Herbert, I think he's super good, man, talented. I remember the first time I seen him with the Bucs, I was like, who is this kid from Oregon? But we in a league or era now where, like, nobody has to earn it. Like, I'm okay with him taking his time to earn that. And then when he arrives, then let's give him on the praise. I think we praise players too soon. You know, like, why are we even having a conversation with him and Mahomes? Like, or we talk about the top 5 or top 6, they put Herbert in there. I'm like, how? Let him earn that first.
Yeah.
It sounds like Tyra needs to come on Speak Easy with you. It's Shady's new show. Everybody can. Congratulations, Shady. Yeah, catch LeSean and Akshay DeMarcus Ware on yesterday.
Nah, that's cool, man. Definitely, man. Shit, just send me an invite, man.
Yeah, nah, I am.
Send me an
I know your
invite.
people, though, so
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna reach out to you. We'd love to have you on it. We'd love to have you.
Yeah, for sure, bro. I got you, man. No doubt.
Speakeasy streams on YouTube every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday. LeSean, I'll also just say, as much as we love Edge, you have more rings than Edge. I'm just going to add that to that graphic.
I love Edge. I love Edge.
I know 11,000 rushing yards, which is the benchmark for a Hall of Fame bid anyway. So I'll see you guys with Gold Jackets. We'll see you watching the game tonight. Appreciate you, Shady.
All right, y'all take it easy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right.
Didn't think you'd see LeSean McCoy today. Tyrann, how are you feeling? I know it's a different kind of game day. You're joining me on the YouTube broadcast globally, millions of people watching. I wish you were here in Sao Paulo. You'll be in Los Angeles. What are your thoughts on the day like today?
To be honest, I'm really excited. You know, I kind of didn't sleep my best last night, so I'm guessing they got to do with, you know, like the pregame feel, the pregame jitters, and you know, just doing something different. But now I'm excited about it. I really can't wait, and yeah, I think I know a lot of football, and so just trying to, you know, speak to people and just kind of talk to them in my own little way, and you know, hopefully everything goes well.
I cannot wait to hear your thoughts and to get these insights. Yeah, you know a lot about football, and we're so excited to have you part of this historical broadcast tonight between the Chargers and Chiefs in Brazil. But like, it's a meaningful game. Division game out the gates. We got people disregarding the Chiefs. We got the Chargers with something to prove. Can they overcome Patrick Mahomes for the first time since 2021? Heard your thoughts on Herbert. Heard your thoughts on that. I do want to ask you a little bit about the Derwin James, Travis Kelce, because if you know me, you know I just love. It's been 9 times, years. You were there for some of them. How much would you expect Derwin to be hanging out with Travis tonight?
A lot. I mean, well, first and foremost, you know, Derwin he's like one of those chess pieces for defensive coordinators. And so, you know, when a guy is that versatile, you don't want to really lock him in on one person, right? Like you want him to be able to help everybody. And so, but there will be times, you know, especially critical situations, maybe in a red zone, 3rd down, 2-minute drills, where I can see Derwin definitely taking that matchup, like those guys have been doing, you know, really about the last 5-6 years.
I'm very, very excited. It'll be round 10 between Derwin and Travis tonight, and no Jalen Royals, no Rashee Rice. So I think the middle of the field is going to be where the action is. And hopefully Josh Simmons can do his thing as this rookie, so Patrick Mahomes can show us some of that deep ball magic that we've been talking about with explosive plays all season long. You know Spags. You won a championship with Spags. You had 3 incredible seasons with Spags. How are you approaching Lad McConkey tonight? Is it McDuffie and Lad in lockstep?
Well, I think it'll be committee. You know, I think they'll do it by committee. Obviously, I think they'll, you know, critical situations, you know, they're going to try to take him out the game. I mean, that's just Spags. Spags is one of those guys, like, if you're a great receiver, like, I don't want to play cover 2. I want to double team him, right? And so I could definitely see, you know, at different points in the game, you know, he got 2 or 3 guys watching him. And really, you know, you want to force one of those other guys, preferably those younger receivers who haven't proven themselves. You want those guys to be able to prove themselves. And so I could see a little bit, you know, of that going on.
Chris Jones like mispronounced McConkey's name. I forget what he called him in like a press. I think that's his name. This was a stud rookie receiver last year. He did his thing. He didn't have much help last year. Run game wasn't working, offensive, all the things. How good, you're saying that, you know, Spags wants to take away a great receiver. In your eyes, how good is Lad?
I think he's a really, really good receiver. He really, really did impress me last season. And, you know, I'm a smaller guy, but, you know, I worry about receivers. I worry about receivers that are small, right? Like, can he make it through a game? You know what I mean? Like, can he handle this physicality, right? And he proved it. He proved it week in, week out. And what I was really, really impressed with is his route tree. I think he's a really, really good route runner, especially for a younger guy. And I mean, that's just so like QB friendly, you know, like knowing you have a guy on the field that's just going to get open, right? Like the Hunter Renfros, the Wes Welkers, right? Like these guys are going to be open because of the way they run their routes. And so, yeah, I could definitely see him get fed early and often.
Keenan is back. Khalil Mack is here. Travis Kelce is here. There's so much talk about these got father time and all. You know, Travis Kelce looks great. Yeah, but these are stars that people think are on their last legs, right? They're up there in age. How do you see it? Khalil Mack does look younger than ever, but the body does what the body does. How are you looking at those stars tonight?
I mean, I'm one of those guys, like, I believe what I see, and, speaking about Khalil Mack, like him coming to LA has kind of like revitalized his career. Like, I think he's like top 5 in sacks still, right? And so on a quiet note, right? But just watching him play last year, like he's still a dominant pass rusher, and obviously he was always one of those guys that not only did he rush the passer well, but he played the run well too. And so, when I think about that, I think about a guy that's just, all around just a solid player.
Is he going to pick on this rookie tonight, this Josh Simmons? What a way to enter the NFL. Brazil, YouTube, global audience, Khalil freaking Mack.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be tough duty. But I think the young boy, obviously, he's had a great offseason. It was a competition, right, at that spot. So he won the job, right? He's earned it. And but yeah, it's real tonight. And hello, welcome to the NFL. This is how it may look every week. Every week you may go up against one of those dudes that just really, really good.
Especially in this AFC West. How close do you think the gap is? Everyone, because if we looked at it, and you're preparing for tonight's game, you, Brandon Marshall, Derek Carr, you've been in this division, this division. I mean, even this Chargers team, they loaded up with Amarian and even Becton, like Trey Harris, all of these options. How much closer is the gap in the AFC West?
To be honest, I don't know, because I think it's still Patrick Mahomes' division. Isn't he like undefeated against the AFC West? I mean,
yes.
He may have lost one game. I don't know, something about him and these divisional matchups, right? Like, it's hard for those teams to beat him. And I think, listen, I'm not giving nobody the crown. I won't even engage in any arguments about who's better than the Chiefs until they prove it to us, right? And so I'm gonna give Sean Payton, which I think the Broncos are a really, really good football team. I think coaching matters, right? And Sean Payton was just perfect, for that organization. And even Pete Carroll, right? Like I was in Arizona for the first part of my career, and so I know what type of program Pete Carroll has, right? Like those guys are going to compete this year. And so it's a stacked division, but hello,
you don't want to hear it.
I got the dude that went to like the last 5 Super Bowls. I'm rolling with that team.
When you hear all this stuff or see people not even picking them to win the division, let alone represent the AFC, again, speaking of the division, 35-5. Do you know how dominant that 35-5 in the AFC West? And I would argue the Chargers are better. Rashawn Slater, that's a really big, tough one for me to swallow as a fan. But the Chargers can be better. I think the Chiefs might be better. What would you say to everyone who thinks that they might have lost it, which is clearly because of how they lost that Super Bowl?
Yeah, that game wasn't their best game. That was a 15-2, I believe, football team last year. And, people say that, hey, it wasn't Patrick Mahomes' best year. But, if it wasn't his best year and he still managed to get his team to the big game, what does that look like when those dudes are like, when things are going their way, But listen, between Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, Steve Spagnuolo, right? And then you got like these assistant coaches too that are like hitting gems, like Dave Merritt's, right? Like you got other guys on that coaching staff that are just as good as the dudes that leading the ship. And so, man, I just absolutely believe in the Chiefs, because obviously I was a part of that program, and I know that from top down, like everybody's investing in winning the Super Bowl, and it's not like that, everywhere in the NFL.
I think you're making too much sense for the world. That's all I think it is. Like if they won 15, I have never, and I told this to Andy Reid, I have never seen a 15-win team garner so many questions. the next year, like in any situation. But it was the loss, which is, I guess, a reasonable take. The last take was this insane game where they miserably lost.
Yeah, I mean too, right? Like we're fans of like not just Mahomes, right? Like we're fans of Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, right? Like those guys have gotten so much better. They're MVPs now, right? And so I think we all are kind of waiting for them to be able to beat Patrick in that big game. And so I think the more success, guys like Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson have, I think that's like the more pressure gets applied on the Chiefs because maybe a few people want to see Josh win one or Lamar win one, and but I think it's still a 15 show.
Yep, let's keep talking about this game. We're going to take a TV break. We are live on YouTube, of course, with legend Tyrann Mathieu, who is getting his. I mean, there's dipping. I'm talking about a rookie and Josh Simmons. You're the Josh Simmons of tonight too, because you.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been on TV. You've faced cameras your entire career, from college to probably younger than that to now. But this is a big deal. This is going to be millions and millions watching. Tell us a little bit about you, Brandon Marshall, Derek Carr. What are we going to be talking about ahead of this game tonight?
Yeah, I mean, well, obviously we'll dive into the game. I'm really just excited to be a part of it. I think it's really a great opportunity, and obviously, man, like being on the panel, with B Marsh and Derek Carr, it provides like some comfort, especially with Brandon Marshall, because he's been doing this media thing for a while now, since he's retired. So, and he's been a good person to be able to lean on and kind of bounce questions off of. And, obviously, as it is with all these guys that play quarterback in NFL, right? Like all those dudes could just get on TV and just, talk about everything, right? Like the terminology and where the ball's supposed to go. So, I think Derek is going to definitely surprise some people with just his insight and just his football like knowledge and talk. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I really am.
One last one for you before we let you go and get ready for tonight. Sunday Night Football. I mean, last night was crazy. I don't even want to ask you about that spitting and all that. But this Sunday night matchup, it's a rematch of the AFC divisional round. You've played against Josh Allen. You've played against Lamar Jackson. Yeah. What does this game come down to? Like, what is the one thing that the brilliant Tyrann Mathieu zones in on and how this gets won?
Well, I think what it's going to come down to is probably what it came down to the last few years, right? Like, like put the ball in Josh Allen's hands or put the ball in, Lamar Jackson's hands. And like, that's what I'm looking forward to. Obviously, I think the Ravens have a better football team per se than the Bills. And so I think, I say that to say Josh Allen has to do a little bit more lifting, than Lamar Jackson has to do. I mean, he has Derrick Henry in the backfield, right? And so, someone to kind of share that load with him. But obviously, man, like if Josh is able to be himself and stay healthy, I think he's gonna give himself a good chance. But I think the Ravens are, probably a top 5, team just kind of overall. So it's definitely gonna be a tough matchup.
Who wins?
I think the Ravens. Defensively, offensively, with Lamar Jackson and, obviously Roquan Smith on the other side of the ball. Kyle Hamilton, shout out to him. He just got his $100 million. So that's always good to, see safeties, get paid and, just keep pushing that standard, So, but yeah, I think the Ravens are one of the most talented. Them and the Eagles, I think, man, they just got so much talent. They draft well, and it seems like every year, they'll find a way to kind of develop their own players, like they're not necessarily in free agency trying to look for people, So, yeah, I definitely believe in that team and definitely the coaches.
But there's still that 15 out there. Tyrann Mathieu, appreciate you. You've been on so many great teams, and now I've just been your fan for so long. I finally get to be on a team with you. My teammate Tyrann Mathieu and all of the Kyle Hamiltons in the world, LeSean McCoy, they're watching you tonight. So give them their love with Brandon Marshall and Derek Carr on the pregame coverage for Chiefs Chargers exclusively on YouTube. Thanks, Tyrann.
Thank you, Kay. Appreciate you.
Thank you. See you soon. See ya. Oh my God, he's the best. Literally, I don't know that it's not often that I have a guest on where I know what my follow is and by the time it gets back to me, he's answered all my questions and I'm fresh out. Like, damn, he's so good. Oh, we're doing it here? Yeah, we can do that. Let's do it, guys. All right. It's our very first K-Makers of the year. Yeah, everybody applaud. Get excited. K-Makers, I'm getting hits you with my anytime touchdown scores, not in Portuguese, in English. And okay, I tried to find some values for you. I'm going to go David Montgomery. What? He's got the Packers. Plus money for a guy who scored 12 touchdowns in 14 games last year for the Lions. I know there are questions about the offense without Ben Johnson, but that's great value. How about Travis Hunter? I just want to watch this NFL debut against the Panthers. Liam Cohen, Trevor Lawrence, they've been waiting all offseason. Travis is ready to go. He doesn't think it's hard. His schedule, his whatever, everything that's going on. I like the matchup. And I think the Jags are going to draw some things up and make a little statement. So I love that for a K-Maker. And then Sunday night, give me Lamar at plus 200. I think he's going to have to make some things happen with his legs to keep up with Josh Allen, and it's going to be one of the highest scoring, best situations that go on. Okay, there we go. That's what we have. And FanDuel Sportsbook, by the way. Yeah, anytime touchdown scorers, David Montgomery, Travis Hunter, and Lamar Jackson. Listen, FanDuel is really going all out for week one over on the Sportsbook. Let me see what we have here. This is what kind of things they have. They've got a no sweat bet right now for week one, right? For any week one game, every week one game. And you can get your money back in bonus bets on any wager, okay? If it doesn't hit, as long as the odds are minus 200 or longer, love that. In honor of that, I'm going to throw out a few props that I'd like. It's a no sweat swing on the weekend. First up, here we go. No sweat action. I'm going to go with Joe Burrow. He's going to throw for 350 plus in Cleveland. You get that at plus 630. With a no sweat bet vibe on FanDuel Sportsbook, which we love. I know the Browns defense is good. I know it's a divisional game, so it's a little wobbly. So is that return, though. That's a great, come on. That's a great return for a guy who threw for over 350 in 4 of his last 8 games in 2024. So I think we have a fast start, finally, for these Bengals, and I want a piece of that action. I'll give you one more. Malik Neighbors to rack up 10 plus catches. He's so freaking good. Another divisional game. I love these. It's a no sweat bet at plus 550 for a guy with 19 catches in his first two games against Washington last year. Are we serious here? That's value. Overlords, you're just being super generous today. Worth the swing. Love that. Okay, those are my no sweats. Go do that. Watch me in the broadcast tonight with YouTube. Super fun streaming. Awesome. And subscribe to the YouTube one in the chat.